Hello everybody, Lakes Region Aquariums here. I'm starting new, smaller videos, little bits of information that I think are great. It's going to be more so aimed at really basic stuff, so some of the more advanced viewers who've been watching me for a little while, these probably are just going to be reminders or whatnot, but who knows, maybe you didn't know something, or maybe you're going to see something that you might want to try out. But this video is going to be about water changes and how to do water changes. So this is going to be a two-part video. The first part of this video is going to be the equipment that you would need for such a task. So I'm going to start going over that. The next part of the video is going to be, or the part two of the video is actually going to be the action itself of doing a water change. So I'm going to start off with the equipment you're going to need. So number one, the most important thing is a bucket. You can also use the Python systems, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of, that make life a lot easier. The Python is a very large tube, basically this times 10, and it has a hookup that goes onto your faucet in the house somewhere, or anywhere you can get water. You hook that up and you're able to, number one, you can drain the tank with this Python, and then when you're done draining the tank, you can kind of pump water back in with the attachment that hooks up to the faucet. But I'm a simple guy. I have always loved the bucket. I do own many Pythons, but I always use my bucket and a small siphon right here. So the siphon that I use, you know, I've been using it for a long time, and it's super simple. All you need to buy, they're not that expensive. It's going to last you forever. But this is what they look like. There's other variants. This is one of the Flu Balls models, and it seems to do just fine. It has a nice little guard in here, so you don't have to worry about sucking up fish or anything like that. So really good thing. This little clamp right here is also amazing because you're able to clamp that to your bucket. And when you're up in the air and you're in the tank moving around, that comes in handy big time, because this thing, if you didn't have that, your little end piece right here, that would go flying and get water everywhere. So that's easy to avoid as long as you have the clamp, which usually they all come with one when you buy one at the store. And speaking of spills and everything, you're gonna need plenty of towels. So I always, when I go out and about and I'm doing fish tanks, I have plenty of towels with me. I have even more in the truck, which is amazing. They come in handy all the time. So other things that might come in handy for you, let's say you didn't have that clamp. This is just a regular clamp. You can get at any hardware store or anywhere like that. So this comes in handy, especially if you have to walk away from the tank but you're still draining water. You can kind of pin this up on the rim of the aquarium so make sure it doesn't fall out and get water everywhere. So these are super handy. I carry them everywhere I go. Other things is going to be, I guess Mittens wants to be in this video. So hello Mittens. So another thing that you're going to want is scrubbies. You're going to want a lot of scrubbies for cleaning the glass, obviously. So these coarse sponges, super cheap, they last forever, they get pretty much anything off the glass that you can imagine. So what you're going to do is basically before you do a water change, it's good to kind of scrub the glass, and then when you're taking the water out of the aquarium, it's going to remove all of that floating debris that once was attached to the glass. So these are really good tools for that. My personal favorite is the Ye Old Oral-B toothbrush. This guy is not only amazing for cleaning teeth, but for cleaning anything in an aquarium. These guys will get the job done for sure. I like to get it down into the substrate where I can't really push down with a sponge, like right on the edge right here. You can kind of stick the toothbrush down and clean some of that algae that grows underneath the substrate on the glass, making it look kind of nasty. So really good purchase. I use it every single day. Another thing you probably definitely should have is some sort of water conditioner for doing after you're done with a water change. Let's say you live in the city or something, or you have a well that kind of has some rough water, whatever the reason may be. This stuff is really good to have. There's so many different variants on the market that you can get. I buy in bulk because I'm doing fish tanks all the time, and so this is the Flu Ball Aqua Plus. It's great stuff, so I use it everywhere. I used to use the a different version that had aloe in it, but I've since switched to this one. But like I said, there's so many others. this is great to put in the aquarium. You can't overdose with it, you can't use it too much and cause issues, so I like this one just for that extra safety guard. But it basically will take care of the water that you might be pumping in, but maybe you get your water from the a fish store or something like that. They sell water that you can put in your aquarium, and usually you don't have to worry about this if you're going down that road. So this, again, really good to have, a must-have really when doing water changes. Another thing you might want to grab is nets, obviously, various sizes for whatever you might need. Sometimes you find dead fish, sometimes you find something else that needs removing, like let's say you have a terrible duckweed problem or something like that. Nets are going to come in clutch for removing debris like that. So sometimes the siphon can't pick up everything when you're going through, but after the fact you can always go through with a net and pick whatever up. So those are always good to have for various things. Other things you might need, I'm not going to go through this whole kit, there's so many stuff in it, but you know, if you have planted aquariums, every time you do a water change you're going to want to replace what you kind of take out of the aquarium. So different types of liquid ferts or something to put in after you rob the aquarium of nutrients. You want to definitely replace those so the plants have something to munch on afterwards. Other types of things in here, good old glass scraper right here, back to the scraper group. This one's a metal one. You want to be careful, so you don't want to go too crazy on your glass because you don't want to scratch it, obviously. But you can use this to kind of peel away at some of the caked on algae. Mittens has the zoomies right now, he's running everywhere. And that's basically it for equipment. Another thing you can point out is just aquarium scissors if you want to cut some plants when you're doing a water change, which is a really good time to do it because you're already in the tank. So a little bit of trimming, you can get these really nice scissors. You can use whatever scissors, but these ones don't tend to rust. So this is great. It's built for an aquarium, so I use those to trim any plants that I might have. And lastly is a water test kit. You absolutely don't have to buy the biggest kit out there that seems to be very expensive, but I mean it is, you know, you get what you pay for. It's an amazing kit, but there's smaller ones, there's little test strips. They're really good to have just for when you're doing a water change, but I wouldn't test the water out after the after the water change, like right after it, because the water's not really balanced yet. It's not really, it wouldn't give you really an accurate reading. So I'd probably wait a couple hours after you do a water change, depending on the size of the aquarium, before you do a water test. So this stuff is great, lets you know exactly what's going on in the aquarium. These are good to have in general, just to know what's going on in your aquarium. Maybe at the end of the week you can kind of test your tank out and see what's going on in it, and before your water change you'll know exactly what you might be wanting to change during a water change, and then after you do your water change you can test the tank out again and see if you've got the progress that you were looking at. So I appreciate you guys watching this video, a little different from what I usually do, but I think that you know, a lot of stuff in the hobby, everybody is a noob at one point or another, so it's good to kind of cover all the bases with this hobby. And I've shown off my equipment. Maybe some of the more advanced viewers may have seen, like, you know, an Oral-B or something. Maybe that's something you haven't carried with you this whole time when you're doing water changes. But I just wanted to start doing more noob-friendly videos because the hobby is absolutely massive and it can get overwhelming. So I really want to break it down in quick little videos. So again, this was part 1, just showing off the equipment for a water change. Part 2, which is going to come out next week, is going to be the actual water change itself, and we're going to be showing how we do that. So again, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and please like and subscribe if you like the video. Leave a comment, let me know what you travel with. I'd be really curious about what you guys might carry around. Maybe you have a super crazy tool that you use that makes your life a lot easier when it comes to water changes, so let me know about that. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and I'll be getting all dirty in the tank. So I appreciate you guys watching this video, and thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day.